everybody, this is Wikstrand. So when you talk about the best adaptations of all time, I'm talking from a book to movie. I usually bring up books like A Clockwork Orange or The Martian as fantastic adaptations. But maybe the best of all, maybe Look Who's Back. I got this book as a Christmas present the year it was published, and I read it and didn't think it was that good. And when I heard that they had made a movie about it, I didn't go in with particularly high expectations. But when the movie was finished, I realized that not only had they done a fantastic adaptation, they had actually done a better version of the story than the book. And I also realized why the book didn't really work. So let's find out today what happens when Adolf Hitler shows up again in Berlin, because look who's back. Back again. Hitler's back, rave again, guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back, and so on. So Hitler arrives in modern-day Berlin in the same way as basically the Terminator did, and at first he's very disorientated, doesn't know where he is, or rather when he is, and he discovers that soon and is very, very upset with the state of Germany post World War II. Nothing of what he set out to do actually happened, and you know, the war was lost, blah 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 blah. But people around him doesn't think that he is the actual Hitler. They think that he is, you know, some kind of a street performer who is very good at impersonating Hitler, and they actually, you know, laughs at him and stuff like that. He befriends a newspaper salesman dude who has this small little kiosk, and he thinks that this guy is absolutely hilarious and thinks that they should, you know, do YouTube videos so they can make money out of his, you know, impersonation of Hitler. So they go around and make these videos that garners a lot of attention. It garners a lot of attention actually from a ratings-hungry, scandalous TV station that wants to hire him and put him in a comedy show, and Hitler of course agrees to this. So now we get to follow around, you know, Hitler making a comeback in a sort of talk show-ish comedy program on TV. Will he, you know, rise to power again, or will he just be a laughingstock of Germany? Will he trick his way back to power, or will somebody figure out that he's the actual factual Hitler and, you know, decide to end good old Adolf for good? We shall see. But the question is, why is this adaptation so much better than the book? And I think that one of the main reasons is the fact that the book I read was of course in Swedish, and somehow Hitler speaking in Swedish didn't work. When he spoke in German, it gave him so much more cadence and so much more believability. I don't know if that is the entire case, but I thought so. Also, this adaptation of the movie cut to the meat of the matter much faster and ended in a vastly superior way to the book, in my opinion. One thing this movie did that was absolutely fantastic was all the sequences when Hitler is walking around in Berlin and also other parts of Germany, and, you know, interacts with some local yokels, and, you know, people's genuine reaction to him is quite hilarious. It's shot in a similar way to Borat, basically. There is also a couple of absolutely howling sequences when he is visiting, you know, the leader of the right-wing party in Germany and berating them for, you know, being soft and not believing in the cause and stuff like that. And that was absolutely amazing. These sequences are 50% fist in your mouth awkward and 50% absolutely hilarious. And sometimes you laugh at things you really shouldn't laugh about because you're realizing then, oh shit, I laughed at that. Oh god, that was horrible. This movie has a different form of offensive jokes than, you know, a normal movie with offensive jokes. And I absolutely love them. I love the, you know, power struggle on the TV station, and they were even able to include a Hitler's rant parody in a movie about Hitler. That was absolutely hilarious. I loved that sequence so much because it came out of nowhere and it paid off amazingly. And in the end, they were able to end this movie in an absolutely fantastic note, with a twist I didn't see coming a mile away. But on the other hand, I never see a twist coming any, you know, mile away. So Do I recommend this movie? Oh yes, I do. It is very, very funny. It is also very, very disturbing, especially when they, insert sequences, of demonstrations and riots and stuff like that, by right-wing and populist movements from different parts of Europe, maybe showing a little bit that the past might not be as dead as we think it is, and man is bound to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. The message is a little hammered home, but it could have been worse. I also think this movie is slightly too long. A 2-hour comedy about Hitler was a little bit too excessive for my taste, but maybe it's just me. I also think that some of the jokes could have been even funnier, and it could have been even darker or even more depressing or even more absurdist than it was. They kind of took some jokes a little bit too safe in my opinion, but that's maybe just me. So this is a movie that a very special type of person will really appreciate, because some people will just find it too offensive and too absurd to watch. But I think that it hit the exactly right tone when it came to the balance of comedy and drama and fantasy. It's a movie that awakens a lot of questions at the same time as entertaining you with some very hilarious jokes and some very deep questions. I have never seen any other German comedies than this, so I guess this is the best German comedy I've ever seen, with very little competition, I suppose. I also think that Oliver Masucci, who plays Adolf Hitler, is absolutely great in the role. It should be said that he's not the greatest performer that has played Hitler over the years, but not everybody can be Bruno Ganz, can they? Bruno Ganz is, by the way, the guy who played Hitler in Downfall. This movie was very insightful of the TV media, which I thought was a very nice little touch. Great acting, great writing, a little bit too long. I give Look Who's Back 84 points. It's a very funny movie with a very serious topic. If you don't think that is for you, it is quite possible that you won't like this movie as much as I did. I thought this movie was very, very good. So I'll see you next time for Well So and So Reviewing Well, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.